Yeah, we're back. That didn't work out too bad. I screwed the back on, kind of made it stand up. So that's going to be a little easier to deal with. How's our face doing there? It's scooching around a bit. Well, let's see how we're doing here.
This one is strong.
Well, that cap says it's about 190, or not 100, pardon me, 94 volts. So what's this other one here have to say? Yeah, it's at 115. Well, it could be a little low because I've still got my light bulb in here. Well, I guess we'll live dangerously and get rid of it. Mr. Glass fuse in there. Yeah, it's 141, which is interesting because it ought to be a little higher than that. But the drawing did say 20%. It's at 133 volts right now. Yeah. And the other voltage, I think, was supposed to be 110. And it's at 104. So 20% of 110 is about 20 either way. So yeah, it's not too far off. Doesn't look like it's doing too bad. And what I've done there is I checked the plate of the output tube. That one's usually traditionally always the highest. Here it says it's supposed to be 130. And the screen of it is supposed to be 110. According to the drawing right there. Basically what we're doing is we're looking at these test points sort of down here too. Well, I don't know. Sounds pretty decent.
He's out in Souls.
I guess we could check a couple other things while we're poking around in there. See if there's anything really great to... Yeah, that could be a potential trouble spot. Oh, that's interesting. Here we go. There's something interesting to chit-chat about. This cap right here, C19D, there's a big giveaway. Usually that is a part of a capacitor kind of collective, or what do you want to call it? That's right here. And it's the D section right there. So I wonder where that's lurking outside here. I don't remember seeing anything right off the bat that looked like that. One of the things that can be a little annoying is when you're looking... You're looking at these radios upside down, the tubes kind of flip over on you. It might make it hard to figure out what's what. The output tube, I believe, is this 50C5. Should be this tube here. Right there. Let's see if I can scooch you up a little bit. Maybe we can see better. I don't know. It still looks like a damn mess. Right here. Tell you what, we'll take the clip lead out of the way. On the grid side of that showed that little capacitor array. I don't see that here. Oh, what pin is that? Does it show here? It says it's pin Next side, maybe. It should be going to pin 2. So, we'll... Yep, there it is. It's right there. You just can't see it very well. Right there. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll look at the input of that. We'll probably get a big loud buzz. And I'm looking at it to see if there's any DC on there that looks like it might be leaking across there. Pin 5. The other side of that goes to the plate of the first audio stage. Got about 54 volts. Which, what does the drawing say that should have? Huh? 50 volts. Okay. Doesn't appear to be any leakage there. Any other tubes? No, I don't know. What's that tube there? Or that? What do we got here? It's got about 100 volts on one side. A lot of these appear to be bypass caps. All the coupling stuff appears like it's worked in this little network. Very interesting. Another sign that you might want to replace these paper caps is if you see like little drips. That means they've been getting hot and melting the wax. A lot of these are covered with wax to kind of seal them. That's how they get screwed up. Over the years, the wax, just from whatever storage or whatever, slowly melts away, lets them open up a little bit, and then they suck moisture. And if you don't keep them in a nice place, they can suck moisture, and that's what screws those paper caps up. I don't know. What did I say that were in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's about 10 of them in here. Not a big job. A couple of these could be a bear. What's that one there? That one? Some of these look very interesting. Really aren't a lot of capacitors in this thing in the big scheme of things. Now over here, this is a different story. This tuner probably should be treated very carefully. You don't want to get to bumping around in there too much. Yeah, there's a couple paper caps over here, but they're... Can't even see how that one's hooked in. Appears to be a bypass cap. Yeah, both these go to ground. That's interesting. Where does that go? That's weird. It's a piece of shielded wire, kind of like coax. I think I saw that over at the other end here. I think that's where somebody bodged into there to get the audio. Audio must come out of this side. That probably runs through that switch back and forth. I don't know, I could poke around, check a few more voltages. There's really not a lot to see here, other than me reversing. Let's see, there's the... Well, there's the RF tubes and stuff. They got about 100 volts on them. I wonder which one is which, since we're upside down. Is there a resistor there? Nope, there's a tiny little coil on one. Where is that going to be at? It's somewhere where I can't see it. What pin was that? That was pin 6. Well, I can't see doodly here very well. Where's that at? Pin 6. Aha, there it is, right there. Yeah, the drawing said that had about 100 volts on it, which it does. Let's see, this thing's in pretty good shape. I think we might just leave it alone. It's kind of in the upside-downy dead bug stage.
Start your bare body.
There's a good question. Is that FM or AM?
No more.
Yeah. That's the mixer, apparently, and it's apparently pretty strong. Pin 5 is the RF oscillator for AM and FM. Pin 5. Well, that's not that. That's got to be that. Wonder, let's see here. I assume my big fat head's in the way. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, does that go over to a, yeah. What do we got? About 90 volts, 99 volts. That's pretty close to 100. Yeah, that pissed it off. Not much though. That's a pretty strong oscillator. Usually when you pull something like that, it makes them angry and they quit. I don't know, this thing's in pretty good shape. Nothing mechanically beat. I guess we could work on the case. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip this over on its back on its belly. And I'll just tip up here. And do my little adapter here. Yeah, I was afraid of that going to happen. It's one of the bad things about working on these chassis. If you got all this stuff attached, you just slowly move the wiring back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Eventually, it fatigues and breaks. This wire is thinking about breaking. This is something you want to look at before you turn it loose on the customer. Especially if you got to ship something like this. If you're going to ship something like this, it would be a bad scene to have it ship all the way home and have the wire break in shipping, and then have it get home and then not work, and then you look like a dork, a big dork. I'm going to touch that wire up just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's just yucky. Oh. Well, I think what I'm going to do is turn this on and play with it, and I'm not trying to be rude to my little folks on YouTube, but YouTube has a kind of a grumpy policy about copyrighted material, and since most music on the radio is copyrighted, I am going to get some nasty hate mail from them if I leave this run. So So what I'm going to do is plug this in and let it run. And I guess I'm going to shut you off for a while until I get things situated. I'm going to look at a couple other things, nothing major. I'm kind of surprised this radio doesn't have a dial light. Huh. I never noticed that till now. There's no light anywhere on this thing to tell you it's on. Other than it's on. I don't know, maybe you reach around back and get a shock.
On the subject of death, it's like, Martha Stewart says.
Okie dokie, so that's where we're at. We've done a few things, but actually overall this was kind of a poor example of something to work on. Like I said, every once in a while you win big. I might plot the demise of this kludginess in the back. Although I might play with it first just to see how well it works. That's something we didn't talk about. How much time have I got here? Not damn much. Okay. Okie dokie. So, if you have a question or comment, feel free to leave it. If you'd like to join my channel or subscribe, that'd be great. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. I'd like to say thanks for all the people that comment. I always appreciate those folks. And we'll see you later. Take it easy.